Should probably get down there.
As you can see, the dinner party is set, ready for Act 2, and we have got coming up another piece of theatre, which is The Table Manners by Oliver John Clee. It's actually Act 3 of the piece, of a 3-act play, so you'll get all the spoilers of the ending without knowing what happened. But that's fine, that's what Scratch Nights are all about. What I wanted to do before we started is just do a very quick couple of minutes where I hand over to Louise, who is from Ludimi, and Louise last week set up the Aldret Theatre's new writing group for playwrights, for writers, and also for non-writers who wanted to give it a try. It was the first one we'd ever done. We promoted it at the last Scratch Night, and we had half a dozen writers turn up. We sat in the bar, we did some writing exercises, we had a great time, and it was really, really nice. So I'm not going to, ruin it for you, but Louise, what else happened?
Oh, what did you like my extended water stone? Hello, yeah, it was a really lovely session. So we had a small group last week. We did a little bit of getting to know each other and just some fun writing activities, which I quite often do with groups which work with whether you've been writing for a long time or never written anything at all. We shared some work, but there was no obligation. So if people had written something and they thought, I don't actually want to share it at this point, they didn't have to. So it's really informal, really friendly, really supportive. They're running fortnightly from 7 till 9 on a Thursday, so the next one is next Thursday. Last week we were in the bar. We'd probably be in different parts of the theatre depending on what's going on in the night. What else can I say? I'm very friendly, so it's a nice group to come to. I insist on groups being nice to come to. People look forward to coming to them. And it's about whatever you want really. So if you want to develop a piece you've already got, then it's there for that. If, like I said, if you've never written before, or if you're wanting to start a new piece, if you're stuck, if you do write and you're a bit stuck, and you think it'd be nice just to be in a room for a couple of hours with other writers who understand what it's like when the flow is really, really there, or when it's not there and you're struggling or other things have got in the way in life. It's a space where you can kind of just leave everything outside for a couple of hours and come and write. And come and moan about how difficult it is to be a writer, if that's what you want to do. But when all our wonderful writing is there and nobody wants to listen to it, because you can maybe bring it to the Scratch Night. So it's kind of, the opportunities are endless.
Well, that's much better than what I said. So yeah, every other Thursday, it's free to attend. You can drop in for 10 minutes, you can drop in for 2 hours, you can commit your evening to it, you can just pop in and say hi. It's very informal, as Louise said. We do exercises, but also if you literally just want a space outside of your usual writing place, bedroom, Starbucks, wherever you usually go to do your writing, come to the theatre, be in the theatrical space, be with other people who are like-minded, and hopefully you can inspire each other. It was really nice that we had one of our writers who, she worked in the theatre industry but had never written theatre before, other than sort of like little bits and bats. So she came along and she seems to be really inspired by it, definitely wants to come along more often. So yeah, if you are a non-writer but you are in the theatrical industry and you think, I really want to do some writing, this is probably the best place for you to start. Did you have a question?
Can I double check that there's no expectation that you've got experience?
No, absolutely not.
And is it free?
Yes, it's free to attend, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's free to attend. It's basically just an open space for people to come in. Either, as Louise said, you can choose to share things that you've written as part of the exercise process, or if you don't feel comfortable to, you don't have to. Yeah, just use it as you will. Okay, we're going to move on to the second piece now. So, round of applause for Oliver and his cast of the show.
It's the way to live, I tell you. I don't drink.
I don't smoke. And you should go vegan too. We have meetings to discuss the principle of the emancipation of animals from exploitation by man. It's the new thing. I'll get you a pamphlet from the car on the way out.
Vegan, wow.
Yeah, nothing but cruelty-free for old Strone, and it's made me feel 20 years younger. Don't I look it?
Certainly.
On your feet, Dish, come on. You can punch me right here in the gut. Don't worry, I can take it. I won't blow over in the wind. I'm as strong as stone, me, grounded as an old oak.
Darling, not this again. Sit down. He's like this with everyone at the moment. On the way in here, he challenged the valet to an arm wrestle.
The guy could take it. He wasn't going to get hurt.
I'm so relieved. Sit down now.
Really, it sounds like you're happy.
Happiest day of my life. The day I gave it all up.
Hear that? Happiest day of his life.
You could make all my days happy.
Oh, darling, I know.
Venerable madam, how do you like the dessert?
What do you want?
I said, venerable madam, how do you like the dessert?
Did you say venereal?
Venerable madam.
Oh, don't talk about such things at the table. It's disgusting.
Disha, have you ever been in love before?
Only really rarely, and if ever at all, then never on purpose.
How is your dessert, old bird?
Blood!
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Incredibly sorry, gracious one. If it pleases your madam, I will ensure the cook is beaten for his mistakes tonight.
It doesn't please me, actually.
He isn't my usual cook, I assure you. Yet this replacement is one of the minor catastrophes of my life.
Only a bad host blames his cook.
That's true. Why, only last week I was dining in one of my minor mansions in Beverly Hills. Name's not important. But you could just tell that the host didn't threaten the servants as much as a home owner should.
I threaten? I do!
I swear, I heard him say please to one of them, clear as day.
Miss Hudson, if I may, where is Beverly Hills?
Much further you'll ever fly, little bird. Have you traveled at all, Disha?
When I was young, my family would hop on the train and ride it out to Wales for the weekend. There was a pier on the coast that overlooked the Atlantic Ocean. My father and I tried oysters from a seafood stand right at the end. The finest food on earth, with nothing but a squeeze of lemon, freshly shucked from the briny soup of the earth, he would say. He's traveled for work a lot. He tried lots of food in Santa Cruz. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to waffle on.
Where is, how did you say, Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz.
Merry Christmas.
Is that in Spanish?
Portuguese.
What's the difference? It's a bit of a dump. I don't think they have yet to develop like us.
Portugal actually used to be quite a significant power in Europe.
I've never heard of it. I must be thinking of somewhere else then. Where is it now?
Peru.
Yes, God, what a dump.
We went there in 45 on our honeymoon. Thank goodness we had a closed villa.
Hey, Red, have you ever been to America? Not North America, no. How about the West Coast? You must come over. Then I'll show you around. I don't know if anyone has told you this, but you have the face for the movies.
And a voice for silent pictures.
You really think so? Sure. Hop on over to the pond and let these pretty little heels and I can get you an audition in any film you're in. You would be perfect for a female lead, actually. It was written by Patty Darcy, but Words on the Street is not the only way she's out. Real diva behavior, but you didn't hear that from me. You're kidding. Patty Darcy is my favorite actress. I've seen all of her films. Oh, the Velvet Train Stop, Midnight in Helsinki, An Affair with Dracula. She is a tonic. You really think I could replace her? Why not? It's not what you know, it's who.
Who?
You know.
Know what?
Very little from the looks of it.
I must excuse myself for a moment.
What's the matter? Too much soda, dear?
don't think the dessert agrees with me.
Ah, the dessert doesn't agree with him. It also thinks men who take up cucumber pickling are asking to die alone.
What exactly is in a tiramisu?
It's a classic Italian dessert. Mascarpone, sugar, eggs, and ladyfingers dipped in coffee.
Same as a good date.
Do you really pickle your own cucumbers?
Not just cucumbers, but onions, radishes, and eggs. Mascarpone, coffee.
Do hurry back! Ah, Conworth, I don't suppose you've located my toast yet, have you?
No, sir. I'm afraid I've been having this time-consuming habit of bringing plates forwards and backwards from the kitchen, sir.
Well, what are you doing standing here then? Go and find it! The time for my toast is fastly approaching, and without my cue cards I cannot deliver it perfectly. Find it, or it's your arse on the line. What am I going to do? I know. Let's go around the table and say what our favourite course of the night has been so far. Mine was...
What is the film?
It's quite unique. Jack goes to Egypt. It's a story about a lone man down on his luck. His life changes when he finds a magical decor until the power of music dethrones the evil Egyptian tyrant.
I think I saw that one somewhere.
No, it's new.
You're thinking of the other riveting tale of a lone man gifted powers by divine providence in a foreign country.
John Stilton Goes to Edinburgh?
That was simply a derivative of the Scottish play.
I don't remember Macbeth having a magic at all, do you?
This film's different, okay? He also wins the girl.
Is that Patty?
That's the part you'll audition. Come here.
What?
I'll audition you now. Come on. I'll give you the chance to show me your acting. Here's the script. I'll start the line and you follow, okay?
Sure, I don't know if I'm prepared.
Someone who's serious about acting will ask themselves, what's my motivation? And I am in love interest for the main character.
What is my motivation?
You're the love interest of the main character. See? The other things of acting is listening. The night is dark. Come, pull yourselves close to me.
How will we see through the night, Jack?
Don't worry about that, doll. But if you ever get scared, just look up to the night sky and let the stars lead the way.
Oh, Jack. She swoons.
Yeah, sort of like... Good. Yeah. It makes me mad to see that Trine's taking all over Egypt. He must be stopped.
But that man, he is my father.
Did you say this takes place in Egypt?
I'm afraid it's the only way, and I alone must save us. All the world, and I'll take you back, my angel. I'll be back for you before the end of all creation. When you think of me, I know I'm coming home to you.
Do you have any pickled eggs?
Before I go, a kiss is still my promise. Come on, dollface, don't be like that. I was just acting. I need to see your audition after all.
That was not the line.
No one go in there for a while. My apologies, Olby. It wasn't a dessert. It was a terribly bad gas. Vegan diet making the plan worth a tad regional. I do think I will leave the rest of that dessert, if that's all right with you. I'm glad to finally meet a fellow pickle enthusiast. When we meet for our run, I'll bring you a jar of sweet courgette, Fishy. What did I miss?
We were just about to say our favourite course of the night so far. Mine was...
We were talking about how you just didn't make it in Hollywood being a frigid.
Frigid? He's right, you know. All the stars of the silver screen are hard.
As I was saying, my favourite dish was...
We were talking about how difficult it must be having the singing voice of a dying whale.
Excuse me? You don't mean that. You were just lashing out because you can't handle all of this.
Because you think the world revolves around your great, engorged ego.
It's only
get on with the night. I have a little speech that I think might just quell this.
He did what?
And you can't sing.
It's acting. I was acting. I didn't really want to kiss you.
Naturally, which is why we should...
But you still tried to.
Naturally.
He did. I'll be remembering those pouted lips in my dream.
Oh, yeah?
I have a toast which I think might quell this unrest.
Hey, look, buddy. I'm not the bad guy here. Just because your wife has been giving me eyes all evening.
You have no right to embarrass me in front of all of these people.
This toast?
What's like your husband has?
Now, just 1 minute. I've been meaning to say this all night, but you're certainly a piece of work, you are.
Wow, you got me. Seriously, how can you still be with this guy?
Because I'm not some puffed up peacock of an actor.
He's an actor? Oh gosh, I didn't even realize.
It's hard to tell.
I just wanted to thank you all for coming on this night. If I had my toast, I'd talk about how it was the most special of...
Well, you know what, buddy?
That's for touching my wife.
Conworth!
So, darling, you okay?
Are you okay?
Couldn't be better. Darling, I never saw this side of you before.
What's up?
So jealous, so protective, so manly.
Then maybe I should show you how manly I am.
Oh, Strode!
Yes, sir. Oh.
Oh, Conworth, have you found my toast yet?
Anything else, sir?
Yes, I suppose you should mop up Miss Hudson too, but my toast, that's what's most important.
I'm afraid I cannot find it, sir. You may have to improvise.
Improvise? No, that's not how the night is supposed to go. That's not how any of this is supposed to go.
I'll fetch the brush, sir.
Strode, are you all right?
I've never felt more alive in my life. I think me and Audrey are going to hang up. This night has been wonderful, but, well, what with all the drama and look, I think we're ready for bed.
Yes, we are.
No, please, you can't go just yet. The night isn't even over. I still need to give my toast. And again, wakey wakey.
What did he say?
I think Strode and Audrey are leaving.
No, they are not. There's still the Minadis yet, and my toast, I assure you.
Oh, shut up, young man.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Now sit down and stop making such a fuss, boy.
You know what, Auntie? You have been nothing but rude to me my whole life, and I won't stand for it any longer. You're vile and judgmental, and frankly, you don't make very good dinner conversation at all. So, why don't you just hurry up and pass away, you old bag of bones?
What did you say?
I said I don't care if you write me out of your will, you old fart. Frankly, you can stuff my inheritance up your tailpipe the way you've treated me this whole evening. My night, my perfect night.
What inheritance?
He's talking about the fortune of Glanwick Manor, the approximately 8...
Oh, that fortune went a long time ago. Oh.
What?
I'm sorry.
What did she say?
I spent it.
What's on?
Well, let's see. Some of it went on my father's memorial. Some more to my darling Pomeranian playhouse. And, oh yes! I lost the rest of it last year. In Vegas.
I'm sorry, what?
Good old old age.
Well, you can't very well take it with you. What was I to do? I have no surviving relatives.
Get out.
Oh! Come again?
planning the perfect dinner party, coordinating the meals. I think about each of you as unique, and yet you still find things to complain about. Oh, I don't eat meat. Oh, I'm allergic to shellfish. Oh, you didn't get me a seat. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. It seemed so much easier in the old days, didn't it? We could just drink and drive and everything would be jolly. But the friends I knew would be a little more forgiving, a little more well-mannered than you've all been tonight. So go. All of you. Get the hell out of my property and don't come back. Do not contact me after tonight. This night on which I announce my great news. This night ruined by each and every one of you miserable, fornicating, selfish vegans. What a day. What a glorious day for celebrating, and yet... Can the day be undone? Or is this it? My big night in shambles. I don't know how I'll recover from this disaster. Financially, socially, emotionally. And to think, the guests left without a moment to compliment the hors d'oeuvre. Not a moment to thank the host for a lovely dinner party. Not a word. I really wish I remembered where I put that speech. I was sure to put it in my breast pocket under my... Where's my pocket square?
What is the news?
Oh! Disha. I thought you'd left too. Sorry you had to see that. It was good news, I can assure you.
I like the tiramisu. It was coffee. It's been a while since I last saw you. And I bet your toast was amazing.
Just go.
What was the toast about?
I don't remember. It's been a blizzard of a night.
Try?
Conway, did you?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Oh. Oh, and Conway. Thank you. For tonight.
Of course, sir.
Thank you too, Disha, for staying.
She's here too. She's been sitting there this entire time. We're waiting for your toast.
Why are you still here?
I'm sorry?
This really isn't your scene.
You didn't invite me, did you?
Why? Why are you still here?
It'd be rude to leave before the end of the night. I may not know much about etiquette. I may have been guessing which fork is for which course. But if there's one thing I do know, it is rude to leave when someone is still talking.
What do you know about rudeness?
I had a mother, like you did, and she taught me the rules of life. Then as you grow up, you start to learn on your own. Copy the adults around you until you feel like one yourself. Didn't you live like that? No, you and I grew up remarkably different. This really is a nice scene.
You start from the outside and work your way in.
What?
That's which fork to use first. And you don't have to wait for everyone to be served before eating. Unless it's a cold meal like salad.
And when you're done eating, you place your cutlery in a cross shape like
Only if you don't like the meal.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you still here?
It's strange.
I know. It's been long.
It seems that way. But how have things changed?
How they change. It seemed so much easier to keep up with friends before.
They told me not to come.
Why are you still here?
Why are we here?
It is my greatest honour and most humble pleasure to announce to you all here tonight two old friends.
Cheers.
Ignatius is served, sirs.
If anyone wondered where half the audience went. So yeah, Oliver, the writer, and do you want to start by asking any questions, or do you just want to open it up for feedback? Or?
So, do you want me to give some context before?
Yeah.
Or you saw the end. Obviously, the host starts out the play practicing his dinner conversation, and the very first guest to arrive is Disher, who he didn't expect, and so that throws off his plans entirely. And by that same merit, the one guest on the very end of the table there never arrives. We don't know who this is, and so it's through these events that the host, is trying to plan the perfect dinner party, and it all goes wrong. And so you saw the head of it there. Yeah.
Cool. Should I open it out to the straight at the back there, Brian?
I just wonder why you chose to present the end, as it were.
Well, I did Act 2 in Wolverhampton on Tuesday, but Act 3 is my favourite to do. I wrote this for City of Culture 2021, and I wrote this as part of lockdown. This was an exercise in doing work when I had nobody else to work with. But when we did it, I wasn't the host. I was directing it outside, so it was really just so I could have my little meltdown, really. But Act 3, obviously, it's the emotional core of the play as well. So I wanted just to see what people think and see it on stage again. It's been a while.
Anyone else got any thought?
Yeah, I like the fact that it reached a crescendo and it became chaotic and you had your meltdown. That was nice, and the come down was nice. But unfortunately, from at least my perspective, the interactions with the guests in the very end was almost too quiet. It almost came to a complete standstill, and you lost any kind of empathy for either character, because it just was so.
Yeah.
There needed to be a bit of playful interaction that allowed it to just swell up a little bit to allow the audience to continue the journey with you and your guests.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Thank you for that. That's a good point, actually.
Again, amazing. I just wondered what your intention was in terms of the atmosphere, because I felt that it was very silent. It was not one person speaking after another. I wondered if you intended it for it to be like that, like if you intended it for it to be maybe a little bit awkward between them, or if not, then maybe that music is the background to creating atmosphere.
I can definitely see the benefit of using music. I wanted that fast-paced, constantly interjecting here and there. And the sort of atmosphere I'm going for is absurd comedy. So I